dog breeds in the world. Cairn Terrier. Terrier as a whole are well-known dog species, and many of them are known for being really great dogs. The Cairn Terrier is indeed one of them, and despite its small size, it is a very capable little dog. This is one dog that doesn't get all that tall, at maximum above 10 inches. This, like many terriers, is a working dog. It's hardy, games, and active. It is active with an energy level that's said to be quite a lot. So keep that in mind, and while it is a small dog, that doesn't mean it can't get stuff done like hunting. English Toy Spaniel. The English Toy Spaniel is a dog that is very much for the person who wants a more casual small dog to take care of, instead of a hyper one. At 11 inches and 14 pounds max, it's a little bit of a bigger dog than the ones from before. This dog is one that's driven to connect with their owner and not anyone else. In fact, if you look at the charts that some have on these dogs, you'll find that this spaniel gets a 1 out of 5 for kids friendliness. You should be careful if you want to get this dog and also have children. Furthermore, while they are good at living in places like apartments, you have to make sure you're not in a place that's too hot or too cold, as they don't adapt to that kind of thing very well. Nor are they fine with being left alone for long stretches of time, and they also shed a lot. Brussels Griffon. The Brussels Griffon is definitely not your typical kind of dog. This Belgian-bred dog was originally made to go and finish rats in streets and was very good at performing this job. They are very much a mix of styles and personality that you wouldn't expect from a dog of this size. They can be good protectors and companion dogs, but they also have an air of self-importance, likely from generations of being told that they were good boys. If you have one at an apartment, you might be in trouble, because these dogs' heightened senses will get them going off on a barking frenzy if they feel that something's going on that's wrong, and given that they likely won't adapt to all the noise of a large apartment complex, that can be quite problematic. This is all very surprising for a dog that at max gets to be 8 inches in height and not only weigh about 12 pounds, and it should be noted that this is not a dog for those who are just learning to be a pet owner. Japanese Chin. The Japanese Chin is a prized dog of imperial families in both China and Japan for over a millennia, but it was in Japan that it got most of its fame as well as its distinctive look. It's only 11 inches and 9 pounds at max, but the Japanese Chin does make up for it in the most unique of ways, which includes having a personality that is well adventurous. This dog is a bit of a climber. It'll find a way up to certain parts of your home or apartment and then stand on top of them and gaze upon its domain. So, this is a dog that knows what it wants, and it'll find a way to get it or be very angry when it doesn't key amongst it. The fact that it does not like to be alone at all, a small break it can probably handle that, but if you leave it alone for a long period of time, it's not going to handle it well. It does prefer to be with its people, and so owners beware if you don't give it time. Pomeranian. The Pomeranian is able to reach 12 inches tall but only about 7 pounds. This dog may not seem like much, but it does have some upsides that you should be able to work with in the right scenarios. Cute, feisty, and furry Pomeranians are intelligent and loyal to their family. They are invisible, and thus they'll go after dogs that are much bigger than them and start a barking match. In fact, they are a 5 barker. To keep that in mind and maybe invest in some earplugs, but they are easy to train. They can be good with families, and they do shed a lot and have some other flaws that will prevent some of you from trying them out. Shih Tzu. With a height of 8 to 11 inches and a weight of 9 to 16 pounds, the Shih Tzu is another famous dog, mainly because it has a name that sounds profane, but isn't the first thing we need to talk about here. Though is in terms of its qualities and not its size, but the fur coat, it's actually a double coat. That can be a problem, because that means that you need to keep it maintained at all times. This is a dog where if you treat it well, it will shower you with love, and that also includes being a very kid-friendly dog. It'll play with you and then at the end of the day be just fine with sitting on your lap and having a great big old rest. Plus, unlike many of this list, you won't actually need to bust a gut trying to exercise it.